This one is the deepest, but the rest are flipping hurt.
Are you started?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I can't stand the rejection. I didn't tell anyone on YouTube. I mean, on Facebook.
Oh. Are you starting right now?
Mm-hmm. It's already live.
Oh.
Hi, I'm not sure who's watching, but Duke City Piper and and Will. Hi, Will. How are y'all doing today? I'm using a Practica black canvas, and I'm smoking my 1930s Medico, and this one is Drew Estate Gatsby Luxury Flake. I'll leave this sitting here in case anybody asks. I can show them. And since it's Saturday, I got an Old Smoky moonshine, apple moonshine. And I was told that before I dive in deep and get an entire mason jar of moonshine, I should probably sip on this one all afternoon. So since I have you here with me, Will, are you still here? I'm going to take my first little sip of moonshine since I'm in the South. Ooh, that's yummy. In the wrong direction. The Black Canvas series. This is just a Valentine's golden, black, and blue painting. I'm using some paintings for the background, and then when it dries, I'm going to go ahead and, ooh, this is really tasty. Drew Estate Gatsby Luxury Flake. It is from, it's a Scandinavian tobacco in Tucker, Georgia. Oh, this is really yummy. I don't know who's watching, but this is a yummy tobacco. And this little Old Smoky moonshine, that's pretty yummy too. So I'll move this over. This is always how I start. I just kind of grab the different paints that I want to cover the canvas. And I have to make sure that it's all covered. I'm listening to Jimmy Fontana. Goliath, I'm going to have to go check that out, Will. I did a Walking Dead painting for the counselor at school. I did a teeny tiny little Michonne on a piece of wood, and then I put some lacquer over it. Sorry, we have some neighbors messing around. The kids are good. Thanks, Will. How are you doing? How are you doing, Will? Yeah, this is Jimmy Fontana. I actually found out about his music from a movie. But we have neighbors out and about. And so whenever we get our neighbors out and about, the dog likes to go crazy. The thing I really like about acrylic paints is that they don't, like, you can get them to mix. But if you want, like, gold, like I have gold right here. Oh, hi bearded pipe smoker. How are you? But anyways, I don't mind that my paints don't mix, because if whatever I want for the background, I can continue to just put colors on there. And since this is Valentine's. Awesome. I'm glad you have a new job, Will. Okay, I always paint the sides of my canvases because you never know if someone's going to frame it or not. If they frame it, then it's not a big deal. If they don't frame it, for me anyways, I want the sides to be nice and colorful for them. Okay, Breaking Benjamin is now on, so if that gets too heavy for you guys. Oh, thank you. It's browns and golds and whites. I like all of my stretch canvas to be completely covered. I got some blue, I got some white, I got some silver, I've got some gold, a little bit of black. So while I'm letting this dry, I'm going to make sure, I'm going to show off my paint. You do more what? More jazz and chill chop. Oh, okay. Sometimes I'll listen to punk, sometimes I'll listen to 80s. It just honestly depends on what mood I'm in. Sometimes I listen to cheesy love music. Sometimes I'm really into Christian rock, and it just depends on the mood. Today I was listening to some Irish punk rock earlier. This is actually Nick Cave. Anna from the Peaches 13 introduced me to Nick Cave, excuse me. So I have him on one of my playlists. I think I'm going to go ahead and let this dry. While I let this dry, I'm going to show everybody all my tobaccos. I got a whole bunch of new tobaccos. I'm going to show everybody. Some of them are so packed, so full because they were gifts and trades that so I haven't tried all these yet. I'll show you the ones I've tried and give a little review about them. Well, let's see. I've got a little bit left of this Molto Dolce. I think it's a little glary. I'm going to have to shut my window blinds so that you guys can actually see the tobaccos that I have. So there's not so much of a glare. Okay, my two tins that I have is no, I haven't sent it yet. Will, I'm waiting on my tax return to get in. As soon as my tax return gets in, I'm going to send you your Yabo. I actually have a corncob pipe in case you want to try one. And I was just going to send you a couple of little tastes of tobacco. Oh, yes, I like it. It's very sweet. So here we go with caramel. So I like the Molto Dolce. It has a very buttery scent. And it's so good. I like aromatics. I really like aromatics, and I don't know if it's because I'm a girl. Some people say it's because you're a girl. Girls always like aromatics. But I really like my hot Dunhill Flake. Oh my goodness, I've been smoking this since I get paint on the outside of everything. But my Dunhill Flake I really love. This is one that I got from Cat Pipes or Pipe Cat. There we go. I always say stuff backwards. Yes, I love the YouTube graphic that you made for me, Will. I actually use it on every video. If you check out my videos, I use it a lot. This Drew Estate is the one that I'm smoking now. It's actually really good. I tried the Hobbit's weed. There is a whole bunch of it. Oh, okay. Maud Piper made you a pipe then. That's awesome. Yeah, I have one from Maud Piper. This is my pipe from Maud Piper. I was going to show it in a little bit, but like this is my pipe from Maud Piper. It's bamboo end. This really awesome stem. I don't know what this stem is called. I've got paint everywhere. But I like this this stem right here because it's not too big, and I find a lot of the stems are really big for my mouth. And since I like to hold on to stuff while I'm painting and I can't use my hand to play with my pipes and keep lighting it and whatnot while I'm painting, I like to have something light. And so this with the bamboo and this with the corn cob, and that's real thin. I like that. I really love this. I don't know how I say it, Medico or Medico. This one I got from Ben the Bagpiper, and I love this one, my little 1930s. It is so light, and it's got such a small little mouthpiece that it's super easy to hold on to when I'm painting, like even between my teeth. So I really like that one. So, yeah, Will, I'm going to send you a couple of little Ziploc baggies of some tobaccos. Don't inhale them. Otherwise, keep dark chocolate in the vicinity because they smell phenomenal, even when they're not aromatics, because aromatics are the real sweet ones, very good, like, strong scents. Okay, but like this one, the Hobbit's weed. I liked it, but I didn't find it as tasty as I thought it would be. So I want to try it in one of the church wardens, the real long ones, like in Lord of the Rings. Thanks, Will. Yeah, I'm still learning a lot. I started pipe smoking to quit smoking cigarettes, and I'm still smoking cigarettes, but not very often. This one, Powdered Toast Man. Oh, I got the Hobbit's weed from Ben the Bagpiper. If you want to message me on Voxer or Instagram, I'll send you some because he sent me a whole bunch. And I have several places now that I know where I can get it. So if you want some Hobbit's weed, just message me. I think the best way to find me is on Instagram. I'm also the piping artist stuff there. Message me. I'll send you a bunch of this because there's a bunch. Hi, Duke City Piper. A mason jar for you. Absolutely. I don't know what you want. Whatever you have ideas about, message me. Like I said, when you message me on Instagram, it's probably the best way to contact me at the moment. Powdered Toast Man was really, really yummy. That's one of my favorites. I haven't tried some of these, so I'm not going to talk about the ones I haven't tried yet. Let's see. Oh, the Cavendish. Cade's Cove Cavendish. This was really yummy. I kind of wish I'd gotten more of this. This was also from Ben the Bagpiper. He sent me a huge box because we did a trade. And then my honey clover. Thanks, Duke City Piper. Yeah, definitely give me an idea of what you want me to paint you, and I'll do a trade, throw some tobacco bags in there, and send it your way. I just found a shop here in town that sells cigars, and they have a few types of tobacco in tins and whatnot. So I'm going to start trying some. After I use up some of these, then I'm going to go ahead and try some of the, buy some new tins. I'm going to take another drink of my Old Smoky Mountain Moonshine. I got this teeny tiny little mason jar. And it is yummy, but if I start getting too silly on this live video, I might have to turn it off because I was told that since I've never done moonshine before, and this is made here in Texas is what she told me, but she could have been lying. Who knows? Oh, look. Let me see. No, it's made in Tennessee, not in Texas. Anyways, it's real Southern moonshine, and I was told if I got the actual big bottles of it, which are like $25, that I would want to sip on it, like a couple of sips on ice. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm sipping on that today. And then I'm smoking my Drew Estate. And I don't know what I did with my lighter. Oh, there it is. I have a little tiny green lighter. I want to invest in one of those lighters that are kind of like torches, because I've heard you can use them on drip paintings. Because if you do a drip painting, you can do bubbles in it, and it'll make a really cool background. I've done a few drip paintings, and the backgrounds did not turn out as well as I wanted. But I'm learning. I'm learning all kinds of different things. I've never actually taken any kind of painting course or. Pardon, honey? Yes, absolutely. My son, he's 13, and he is definitely a teenager. He homeschools and he fences, and I'm kind of a bad mom. I take the European stance on things, and I'll let him taste any kind of liqueur or wine I have. He just stuck his head out the door and said, "Mom, save a sip for me," because he wants to taste it too. But just a sip. He doesn't get a half a shot of this stuff. Woo! But anyways, this is going to be my Valentine paintings. I don't know what I'm going to do. I was thinking of just painting some pipes and maybe doing like a golden or silver heart around it. But I use so much gold in the background that I'm not sure. You're absolutely will. Tennessee Moonshine is no joke. I'm already feeling a little silly, and and look at how tiny this bottle is. Teeny tiny. I should show you. Okay, these are my business cards. So I have business cards. This is a business card, like a basic business card. Look how tiny this bottle is. I've taken 2 little sips, and this little tiny bottle, 2 sips, and I'm already feeling silly. So, does anybody have suggestions on how I can keep pipes lit while I'm painting? Because I like to puff on my pipe while I'm painting, and a lot of times I can't keep them lit long enough. In my pocket, and I'm not gonna smoke it. Okay, so this song on is Patient Love by Passenger, and I absolutely love it. It looks like a sunset painting. Okay, well, I was actually going to put it this way, but maybe I should do it portrait-wise instead of, or landscape-wise instead of portrait-wise, because I was going to paint something on it this way, but maybe I could do a sunset. Something abstract, maybe? Some kind of abstract sunset on it. So everybody tell me, what are you guys up to on Saturday today? What things do you have burning in your pipe? I would love a drawing, like a Will rendition. Thank you for messaging. I would love a Will rendition of the current actor who plays Aquaman. Okay, I loved that comic growing up. And man, they picked a perfect Aquaman. Okay, he was better than anything I could have ever imagined him being. So if you want to draw Aquaman for me, I would do a trade with you for that. But, so anyways, Will, I have a painting that is going to be in your yabo. And then I also have a couple of tobaccos. And I have a corncob pipe from here in town. Not this one. Oh, this is my YTPC pipe. This one was made for me by Ben the Bagpiper. It's like my absolute favorite. It actually stays packed. I clean it a little bit and then I just stick more tobacco in there. I don't know if that's kosher to do, but I don't mind mixing tobaccos. So if I come home from school and it's been a really rough day, kids were just not behaving, or because I teach 5th grade, which is 10 and 11-year-olds. Sometimes 12, mostly 10 and 11. But this is my go-to pipe after school, and I'll just clean off what's burnt on top and throw something else in. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to do that or if it's kosher to do that, but I sure enjoy it because sometimes, yes, Jason Momoa, I don't even know if that's his Yes. The actor. Not the character from the comic books. Will, do the actor, because I saw him the other night on a late night show, and he looks amazing. Okay, since it's Valentine's, I guess I'll throw a little bit of dark. This is ultramarine. It's like a purplish blue. I'll throw some of that in the little bit of the faded heart I'm going to do in the background. And I know I have to do some red. I don't really like using red much. Okay, the pipe, this one's from the Pipe Nook. This is actually from the mayor of YTPC. This one is the one you're going to get, Will. And it's got a really phenomenal mouthpiece. So either that one or this Missouri Meerschaum pipe. It's also a corn cob. I haven't decided on which one to send you. Neither of them. One of them's packed and never been smoked, and the other one's never been packed or smoked. So sometimes I'll pack one and put it down and have to go cook dinner for the kids and then totally forget. So I'm also going to use some gray purple for the background. My video doesn't really do it justice. And this is just for the heart. Oh yeah. I get paint everywhere. Are you kidding? I get paint. I have paint on my face and my arms and my hands sometimes when I go to school. And everybody just goes, oh, so you painted last night. Yeah. I've painted for my principals. I've painted for my co-teachers. I've painted for some of the other teachers. This is actually permanent red. And I use a Master's Touch acrylics. If anybody's wondering, I use Master's Touch acrylic because I can get them on Jerry's Artorama. It's an art store, and if you buy things in bulk or often, it's really inexpensive. If you get them from Hobby Lobby, they're about $4 a piece, each one of these. If you get them online, they're about $1. So Jerry's Artorama, if you go there, you can buy paints. All my brushes are just Fine Touch. I don't know if you can read that. Fine Touch. I tend to stay cheap because, well, I'm a single mom and a teacher, so I never have extra money. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw a little bit of white. I don't paint in my dreams. Actually, well, interesting story is I have some crazy dreams. The other night I dreamt it was a post-apocalyptic world, and which is what I write, because I'm also a writer. I'm still in my first book, but I have several books up here. I just have to find the time. And now that my kids are getting older, I might actually start having more time. But most of my dreams are very, very detailed. I had one the other night. It was post-apocalyptic. My friend Skip, who I just painted a steampunk. Colin, I'll grab it. I just painted him a steampunk submarine. Because it's his birthday. He'll probably get mad if I tell you how old he is, but he's older than me. So happy birthday, Skip. I hope you see that video. But I forgot what my point was. This moonshine is crazy. Will, what were you asking me? Oh, hello, Arlo. Oh, do I paint my dreams? No, my dream was that we were all like kind of kidnapped by this group who wanted us to all follow them, like some kind of crazy cult. And they separated the kids into one hall of this old abandoned warehouse, and it had like different rows or hallways of rooms. And my friend Skip came and saved us. He was trying to get us out, and oh, I know. To read the first draft of my book, oh, I'm still on chapter 6, honey. It's gonna be a while. But anyways, back to my dream. So my friend Skip had to get this really big, it was kind of a Walking Dead meets The Day After Tomorrow meets, I don't know if any of you guys are from the 80s, The Day After, when it was a really scary movie that impacted me big time when I was a kid about the nuclear fallout. And it was interesting because it was all about people in their little shelters or whatever and trying to get out. Then my dream, it was kind of like that. Hi, Derek Tant. That's the mayor of YTPC. Everybody say hi to the mayor. Hi, mayor. So anyways, my dreams, I don't paint in my dreams or draw or write in my dreams. My dreams are very detailed, but they're very simplistic, like character-based dreams. I don't even know what you would call it. Oh, my son says hi to the mayor. Hi, Mr. Mayor. I don't know what that is. Holy crap, Batman. It's been so cold here that we've been getting little gnats and all kinds of weird random flying insects everywhere. If it was actually the little creature that comes out, what is it called, Bree? The little guy who comes out and tells us if it's winter, gonna be winter. The groundhog. If it was actually him telling us that it was going to be 6 more weeks of winter, I'd want someone to actually assassinate him. But since he doesn't really have control over the fact that it's going to be 6 more weeks of winter, I'll forgive the little booger. But I am done with Texas winters. There's no snow here, but it is stinking cold in the morning. Okay, I think I'm going to do a couple of pipes. Anybody have any ideas of some pipes I can put inside of my little heart? I'm waiting for some people to tell me, what pipe do you want? I'm going to do maybe 2. Hi, Run Dog. How are you doing? I am actually going to just do this little heart here. I think I'm going to need a bigger boat. Okay, I need a bigger brush because I want this heart to be kind of, I don't know, I'm not really liking it. I do want to do I need some of my softer brushes. Okay, so when I'm doing a layered painting, one of my pipes on it, you know, if I was going to do one of my pipes, I'd have to do 3 because I'm really in love with this Prometheus. I have my Mod Piper with the bamboo that I absolutely like. And then, of course, my YTPC pipe that has my name on it. And it has a little bit of a bend. So maybe I'll do one of those. Good idea. Thank you, Derek. Okay, so because I'm doing layered, typically I don't like to use really soft brushes. But since I'm doing layered and I don't want to really completely smear the background, I'm going to use a really soft brush just to get I have to do a little bit of red because, you know, it's Valentine. It's my Valentine's painting. I don't know if I'm going to give it away or if I'll just keep it. Alright, I'm getting too many ads. But for if I'm doing layers, I'll use a softer brush. I'm going to do some white and some of the purple and some of the blue over on this side. So this is Skillet playing in the background. I don't even know if you can hear it. Thanks. I have actually done several, Bearded Pipe Smoker, I've actually done several steampunk octopi, I don't know what you call them, octopi. My kids are constantly correcting me. They're 5th graders. I'm used to teaching chemistry and physics. And so for me to have to be teaching like basic science, you know, animal habitats and the earth goes around the moon and how do you write a lab report? To me, it's been extremely difficult. And it's even more difficult because you know what? I heard that they've come here, Skillet. So apparently the mayor saw skillet here in the 90s. I don't know if you guys can see like my soft brushes, because it's acrylic, it gets so, Will is actually one of my friends, Derek. He's one that I knew in Houston, and he's an artist also. And he does drawings, and he's pretty phenomenal. I've done some Comic-Cons with him where we both had booths, and he's pretty awesome. Derek, you should check out his channel. He has a lot of his artwork up too, or on Instagram. Okay, I'm running out of room because I put all my tobaccos out here. And all my pipes out here. So I think I'm just going to do my Prometheus. I really want what they call a smushed apple or a bulldog. But you don't understand, Will, the piping community is one of the best communities I have ever met. Even though I haven't met them in person, I seriously do. He's amazing art on there, and he draws. So, and sometimes he'll do different pens to see which pen will work better. So, anyways, yeah, Will, as I was saying, the pipe smoking community of YouTube, it's far-reaching. It's people all over the world. I've met people from England and from Scotland and from... Yum, bring some over. I'm actually sipping on Old Smoky Mountain moonshine. Woof, and it's going to my head. I'm not sipping any espresso, but if you want to bring some over, I'll greatly accept it. So, no, but Will, these people from all over the world, Australia, there's some in Canada. There's some amazing people in this pipe smoking community. I love watching them talk back and forth, so every time I pause, I'm just reading what everybody's writing. It's such an amazing group of people, Will, and even if you're just a beginner, whether you've been smoking pipes forever, whether you're an artist, whether you're a craftsman or craftsman, I don't think anybody cares what you do in your life, and everybody's so welcoming and so friendly that it's a really great group. Really great group. I enjoy it because a lot of times it's you know, people who didn't think that they were... I've had several videos that I've watched, like Cobbett of the Shire saying, you know, he didn't think anybody cared about what he thought about or the things that he did. Or there's some others that listen to music and they thought, hey, you know, I didn't think anybody was going to care about the music I listened to except for maybe my friends or my wife or whatever. And everybody in the community is so awesome because they're like, oh, I love what you do. I love it when, if, you know, you make stuff. I like what you make. If you listen to music, oh, I need to check that musician out. Everybody's very, very, he does. His story times are pretty awesome. Gary Newman, I am dust. Okay. I actually got into the piping community because of the Peaches 13. If, Will, if you haven't checked them out, please do, because that's one of my friends from high school. Actually, middle school is when we first met. And I won't tell you how many decades ago that was. But her and her husband now live in England. And he got into pipes and got her into pipes. And her and I were like into punk rock and all kinds of weird stuff. It was the late 80s, early 90s. Ooh, did I give away too much? But her and I write letters, and I started watching their YouTube channel and getting into pipes that way. And I didn't realize how awesome pipes were and how many different tobaccos there are. Some crazy tobaccos. I was showing tobaccos earlier, and I left out the ones that Mod Piper gave me. He gave me, I haven't tried it yet. This is Bullseye. Peter Stokkeby. Luxury Bullseye Flake. He gave me a Bullseye Flake. And I want to try it, but I'm going to have to get you, Derek, to show me how, because I've just been kind of tearing apart Flogging Molly. I love Flogging Molly. I will totally put them on right now. Hold on. Are you from Ireland? I love the Floggy Mollies. I actually was trying to find some of their music to put on my last video and I couldn't find any. There we go. There's some Flogging Mollies for ya. No, you're from Niagara Falls. Oh, that's awesome. Shut up. That is so awesome. You've seen them live. I haven't seen them live. I'd love to. I would love to see. There's several bands I'd love to see live. I've seen Throco Cult. I've seen 311. I've seen the Funk Junkies. I've seen the Grateful Dead and Sting. It's the smoke that binds us. And music. And I think it's just good people. Good people just trying to enjoy life. Because before I got into the pipe smoking community, and you guys keep stopping me mid, like, thought. Let me finish with the bands I've seen. I've seen, my very first band I ever saw was Adam Ant, if that kind of tells you my age. But I was like 7, I think, when I went and saw them. It was one of my dad's favorite bands, and he took us. I've seen Aerosmith and Skid Row. I saw Bon Jovi. Definitely not impressed by the Bon Jovi crowd or by his band or by him. But that was also the 90s. Let's see. I've seen Good Charlotte. I've seen Iron Maiden several times because El Paso's kind of a metal town, and that's kind of where I grew up mostly, is El Paso, Texas. And they went there a lot. And they put on a really good show. It's fun. I'm not really a big fan, but I'll go see them because they're amazing. They don't charge an arm and a leg for their tickets. They put on a really good show, and they always have good bands opening for them. So, let's see, who else have I seen? Gosh, I've seen a lot of bands. Grateful Dead. String Cheese Incident. No, I haven't seen String Cheese. I've seen Fish. But yeah, Maiden. I never got to see Metallica. I never got to see Beastie Boys, and I'm bummed out now because one of the Beastie Boys is dead now, so I'm kind of bummed about that. So, absolutely, Fish was awesome. We went and we danced the entire night. When I first got into jam bands like Fish and String Cheese and Grateful Dead, I was actually going to Vegas. I was 14, and my dad let me go to Vegas with some of my high school friends because I hung out with a lot of older people. And Sting was opening for the Grateful Dead. And I was like, why is Sting opening for a metal band? So I didn't know anything about jam bands or the Grateful Dead. Boy, my eyes were open. So I was like stuck from then on out. So I've seen Three Doors Down. Oh, that's so cool. When was that? When was the Denver show, the Metallica Denver show? I've gone to the Horde Fest. I think I went to the very first Horde Fest, and I saw Blues Traveler and Rusted Root and Lenny Kravitz and Dave Matthews. That was a good show. Right at sunset, almost to the end of the night, right at sunset, people were, they did Imagine by John Lennon, and every one of the bands had somebody come out and sing with Dave Matthews. It was pretty awesome. I wish I could go see Dave Matthews again. I don't care what anybody says about him being trendy or whatever. I like his music, and he's one of those people who actually talks to his audience. I haven't seen Weird Al, but Weird Al is coming to Midland, and I don't get to see him. I think he'll be here in March. Okay, Man with No Country, Floggy Molly, that's what's playing right now. I'm trying to let this dry. This is why I speed up my videos when I'm actually doing paintings. Because, you know, I don't even think I might do a pipe, but I think I want to do like a couple in the heart. I think that's what I'm doing. I might even make this a Who doesn't like Weird Al? Come on. I think I might make this a painting for my friend Matt, who's coming down from Colorado. I'm getting another visitor. When I lived in Houston, I had very few people come out and visit me. But since I've lived here in the middle of nowhere, Texas, I've had 3 friends come and visit. Misty and her daughter came out and visited, and that was awesome. They stayed a night. My friend Aubrey from Fort Worth came through here on the way to New Mexico, and she stopped and was visiting with me. And now I have my friend Matt, who I've been friends with since my 20s. I've known him longer, but he didn't know me. I was younger than him, so at parties, he and his friends were the cool guys. And I was just the girl who had the crush on the cool guys. But they have definitely, he and I have definitely become really good friends. He's coming down here in a bit. I think next weekend. So maybe I'll give this to him for Valentine's. He is such a good guy. Alright, so I'm going to get some black. That's not black. I'm going to get some black. This is actually Mars Black, and it's Basics. This was one of the ones I got for free when I ordered a bunch of canvases a while back on Jerry's Art Aroma. So in Jerry's Art Aroma, sometimes they'll throw stuff in if you like have $100 or not. Who's very popular nowadays? Yeah, Derek, how are you liking those rope tobaccos? I don't have any. I was going to try some the other night at your house, but tell us. Do tell. Anyways, this is one of the free ones I got from Jerry's Art Aroma. If you order over $100 worth of stuff, sometimes they'll throw in free paints. Sometimes they'll throw in a couple, like 1 or 2 free brushes, I think. This was one of the free brushes. I don't even know what it is. It has some a Yingoya. I got this one free in Jerry's Art Aroma. I think this one, which was a fine touch, this was one of my first brushes that I got for free. Oh, I'm popular. No, there's like 6 people watching. I don't even have very many people watching. But, I wouldn't say popular. I would say, I just don't care anymore. I just don't care anymore what people think of me. Thank you, Derek. I think I'm pretty set. I know you were there I was at your house when I did my Yabo. And, oh my goodness, I don't know who this is, the Miro. I gotta turn this up. Alright. So, I just don't care anymore what people think. So, if that's popularity, then I guess. This isn't dry enough. This is why all my videos are sped up, because it takes so long to wait for each layer to dry. But this is one that I did. Ah! There goes my camera. Hold on, guys. Well, that was fun. You guys all went for a little ride there. My camera fell. All right. So this is the one I did today for my friend Skip. He was in the Navy. I said Marines on my video, but he was in the Navy. And his birthday just passed, and he's older than me. So, but he and I are like friends because of our love for music. I'm gonna get him into pipes also, because he had a tooth pulled recently and wasn't able to smoke, so he quit smoking for a while. And then when he started again, he was like, it tastes horrible. And I said, you need to try pipes and different tobaccos, because man, they're yummy. Thank you, Bearded Pipe Smoker. I'm a hidden secret. That makes me feel, like, special. So, I haven't had much of this, and I'm telling you, You don't even need to buy the big bottles. I hope this Old Smoky Tennessee Moonshine people don't get mad at me for saying, don't buy the big ones. No, buy the big ones if you're having a party. How's that? They're not sponsoring me or anything, but I would so paint their little bottles for them if they wanted me to. So, Old Smoky Tennessee Moonshine at Smoky Mountain. Sponsor me, dude, because I love your stuff. I'll drink and paint and drink and paint and drink and paint some more. Isn't that a fight? Drink and fight and drink? Oh, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere tonight. Are you kidding? I haven't even eaten much today. Maybe my kids will make dinner. Dropkick Murphys, that's what it is. I really like them too. I don't really have them on any playlists. But okay, I'm not used to teaching 5th graders. I have a confession to make. I'm used to high school kids where I can tell them, yeah, I used to be in roller derby and I, used to like to go to like shows and join in the mosh pit. And they're all, mosh pit? What's a mosh pit? So I had to explain to them a mosh pit is where you would like kind of slam dance. And they didn't know what slam dancing was. Oh, sweet. No, we have, I made a bunch of meat and stuff for tacos and nachos for all the staff at the school Friday. It was the science department's day to make food for everyone. So we made food for everyone. And there was so much left that I brought a big thing of meat home. So I'll probably just have tacos tonight. Taco Tuesday on a Saturday. Drink it, fight. It's a good thing I'm staying inside tonight. I'm so impatient. I wanna start painting on top of the heart and I can't. I did some really awesome paintings. Here, I'll pull some of my paintings out and show you guys. And see, this was one of my drip paintings that I did. I'm just experimenting with the drip paintings. And then this one was one I was actually going to give your wife, Derek, but then something leaned against it because I liked the colors. And I was going to do like a breakfast nook is open or something, kind of like, but then something leaned against it, and so all the paints got messed up. So I'm not giving that to her. And then I did this because I was going to do a kid's birthday party, and I was going to teach them how to paint this. And then the party got canceled. Okay, so I'm showing paints. This was my first attempt at water droplets. I know, I'll make her another one, Derek. It's not a big deal. It's not like I hate painting. All right, this is one of me and my daughter's favorite shows. It's called Steven Universe. And I did this splash painting of the 4 main characters from the very beginning. We've even cosplayed as them before. I was going to sell it, but I really dig it. I think I might hang it up because I really like it. And then there was a game that my daughter and her friends were all into, so we did another splatter painting. And this time it was we cut out the inside and splattered the inside. And this was one of the characters from a game. What's the game called? Undertale. The game is Undertale, and what's his character? Undying. And the character is Undying. And we both did one. Oh, I love Steven Universe, Spirited Pipe Smoker. It is one of the coolest shows. How old are your girls? It's the Bearded Pipe Smoker. His girls love them. Love that show. I'm not disappearing. I'm just going under. I know. I love splash painting. Splash painting is basically you do a cutout of characters you want or an outline with tape. And then 15, 21, and 22. All 3 of them watch Steven Universe. That's awesome. Mine are 10. Well, she'll be 11 in a few weeks. So 11 and 13. And he's 13 going on 17. He's one of the most mature young men I've ever seen. So I did this falling out of love in Japan one. I was experimenting with depth perception and light. And it was my very first one. So I'm going to keep it, but it's super uneven. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know if you guys know, I'm self-taught. I've never taken a class. Oh my goodness, I went to Japan. I took 2 semesters of Japanese. So the bearded pipe smoker. My son and daughter really love. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. It's not very good because my depth perception. I mean, I'm self-taught when it comes to painting. So, you know, if I see something, I'll try to do something similar. And this one was one of my Halloween paintings, and you can kind of see it's kind of like a scary night out on a ranch, and you can see the fencing and like the trees and just the wind blowing. That's just kind of something I came up with. And then I was thinking of Edgar Allan Poe this past Halloween, and I painted this one. So I painted that one for my Edgar Allan Poe painting. I know Anna from the Peaches 13, she painted one of Edgar Allan Poe, and it was phenomenal. Phenomenal painting. And this one was just Hold Me Through the Storm. I have a couple like that, like this one. I was just trying to do something abstract, but kind of lovey-dovey, I don't know. Romantic, I don't know. I don't know what you'd call it. Hold on, I have several more. I'm just showing off what I've done. Okay, so this was just a remote that my daughter made. I think it's pretty groovy. We don't have enough walls in our place because we got flooded out in Houston during the Harvey hurricane. And this is another one my daughter did. It's really cute. We called this Marley's 3 Little Birds. I have several of those because I've actually taught that in a class. And then this was my daughter came home with a picture that she drew in art class. And so I made it bigger. And I just absolutely love it. Like if I were to ever have another baby, I'd hang this up in their room. It reminds me of just like somebody watching over you, but it's also the cute little artsy giraffe. And then I'll show some of my other ones before I show that last one. Ow! I hit my head on the table. All right, and this is one of my kids' Halloween ones because I do the painting parties where I'll take all the paints to someone's house. So this was one from this past Halloween, and I didn't get any parties booked, so that's what happens when stuff, you know. This was actually from a party I did for a girl who, I think she turned 26, 25, and this was one we did for her painting party. I paid a couple of artists in Houston to let me use some of their basic art for some of those art classes. I didn't tell them that I wasn't a real painter. I guess I am a real painter, but I never took a class. And I'm not even in high school. I never took art. And this is my Love a Rainy Night. I kind of watched a couple of people do rain streets, and I saw several pictures similar to this. So I did this one, and some girls liked it so much, my ex-mother-in-law too, and we had a painting party, and I did this for the painting party. And this is one that I painted when I got back from Guatemala, because I went to Guatemala with my kids a couple summers ago. Yeah, doesn't it? I love that. Thank you. It does look shiny. It's supposed to look like a wet street. Several people said it looked like Venice, like the dirty water in Venice that you go down in a gondola. But this one is Guatemala. It was a very colorful place. There was a lot of red doors, a lot of yellow buildings, a lot of blue buildings. So I was inspired when I got back from Guatemala, and I did this one. I like quilts also. I go to quilting shows because I think women who can take that much time and make amazing quilts, that intricate, like that's art in and of itself. They deserve it. But anyways, I saw one with a bunch of houses on it, a quilt. And so I did this one. And then I think this is pretty much, I mean, I think you guys have all seen. If you haven't seen, let me know and I'll show you the ones I did of the pipe smokers, because I've done several of pipe smokers. And this was another Hold Me Through the Storm one. It's just, you know, a guy, I have a native background. I'm Navajo. So it kind of made me feel like it was this really big, buff native guy who was going through a hard time, and she's going through a hard time, and a storm hits, and they have nothing, not even clothes on their back anymore. And this was just, you know, two really strong people holding each other, because sometimes it doesn't matter how strong you are. Sometimes, no matter how strong you are, you can still lose everything and need to be held up. So that's another Hold Me Through the Storm one. And that's all the ones I have for now. So if any of you guys are interested in those, let me know. There's a few that I probably wouldn't get rid of, but most of those I'll sell in a heartbeat or trade. Yeah. I think I'm going to have to just post a picture on Instagram when this is done, because I put so much paint on and it's really thick, it's not drying. So when I finish this one, I will definitely post a picture on Instagram. I'm also the piping artist Steph on Instagram, so keep them lit, you guys. Thanks. I actually last weekend went to some of the places downtown, Derek, here in Big Spring, and there's a couple places I might take some of these to hang them. I'm going to make them a little pricier than I would online, but if they sell, they sell. If they don't, they don't. So I'll post a picture of each one of those on Instagram, and if anyone's interested in them, we can make a deal or a trade and some cash, or just cash. Or awesome, Bearded Pipe Smoker. It was great to meet you. Thanks everybody for tuning in for my first live video. I've been on for, gosh, almost an hour. I should probably feed myself and my children. But thank you guys. Love all of you, and keep it lit, and hugs to you and yours. Bye guys.